Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a special edition of the Cantina Conversations. I am one of your hosts, Will Beeman, joined as always by my two Christmassy Canadians. So
Not
that'll
very
go with the theme
Christmassy,
of the
honestly.
episode. DJ, you're always Christmassy. How are you today?
I'm good. I have some questions about the show today, but we can get to those later, I think. Introduce Jackson.
Okay. Jackson, how are you doing today?
Peace on earth, goodwill to men. Happy Life Day.
And Jackson is continuing his story arc, as you'll see throughout the episode, as he sips from his Kermit mug.
There we go.
We're all about story continuity here at the Cantina Conversations.
Speaking of story continuity,
See, now it's normal.
Yeah.
This goes straight into my question. Is this an official canon episode of Cantina Conversations? Because is the movie
that's a good point.
Canon?
Maybe we'll make it. Maybe we'll make it canon adjacent.
Yeah, this is a legend. This is a legend.
Yeah, this is
a legend.
This is a Legends episode. Yeah. But yeah, obviously, since you're looking at your podcast feed or your YouTube channels on a Friday, you'll notice there's something different with us having a new episode up. And that's because this episode, we're going to be talking all about the brand new Lego Star Wars Holiday Special that just arrived on Disney Plus this past Tuesday, November 17th for Life Day. And before we dive into the holiday special, I do want to take a moment. If you saw our tweet on Monday that was put out, we did lose one of our probably a listener. His name was Jason Hales. He passed away over the weekend at the age of 41. He was an incredible human being and a very supportive person, a very nice person. One of the best people I've ever had the pleasure of messaging with. And he was hands down the biggest supporter of this podcast as well. He listened to every episode. He gave feedback on every episode. He liked and commented on every YouTube video we did. And that was a new thing. He shared our show with other people on his own merit. And he was also one of the biggest factors that motivated me for wanting to end the hiatus, because anytime Star Wars news came out and came up in this online community, the kind of funny Facebook group that the three of us are in, he always commented he wishes he could listen to the Cantina Conversations talk about that news. And he did that all the time. So he was excited when we came back, and I have exchanged messages, Twitter, Facebook messages, all kinds of he would start by just messaging me about Star Wars, but like most friendships, it evolved much beyond that. So truly heartbroken that he's no longer here, because it always hurts when it's the good ones that go. And he wasn't just a good one, he was a great one. Jackson, DJ, I don't know if you want to say anything before we get into it.
You crushed it.
Okay.
Yeah. I have nothing to add.
Obviously to everyone. Yeah. It's rough.
Yeah. Hopefully, I know since it'll make the holidays tougher, but hopefully his family can come together and they can heal. We miss you, Jason. You're awesome. You're still going to be awesome. The impact you've left on people will outlive all of us. So, yeah. That being said, we're going to get into the completely non-serious and nonsensical Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. Only 44 minutes in length, much shorter than I anticipated it being. And I kind of had a fear that it was going to end up being a shorter holiday special, because they were very ominous about its runtime. I don't know why in my head I thought they were going to somehow make a 90-minute movie out of it. I think it was just me being optimistic.
I don't know, like the way they pitched it, it kind of just seemed like it would be,
Yeah, it did kind of seem like it would be a feature. I mean, technically, you could consider 44 minutes as like a small feature. It's around that. It's around that length where you can start qualifying things as a feature. I remember a couple years ago when I worked at this small independent production company here in the city I live in. I was developing a film that was going to be about 50 minutes, and that was going to be considered a feature. So it's not too far off from that. That film never
Yeah.
took off on, by the way. There's no way of watching it. Have the scripts written still though. But so let's kind of just get into it. I don't think we really need to do the beat for beat plot thing. I think we can just kind of go through our thoughts.
It's way too fast for that.
Yeah. I mean, first off, is this was definitely made for, directed for, and you could almost make the argument by kids. There's no, I mean, there's always the whole argument where it's like Star Wars is a children's franchise, but this is like 100% something 7-year-old me would have been howling at and watched 50 million times. So like it's definitely meant for some kids of the younger age, as opposed to, I mean, there's some good jokes in there that like people our age enjoyed it. Like I found it very enjoyable still.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's where we'll start with. We'll go around the horn real quick. Jackson, what are your overall thoughts on how this holiday special played out?
I actually really enjoyed watching this. You gotta set those expectations, and I was like, this is gonna be a little silly, but even though it's not like the exact one-for-one interpretation, I still really like I don't know, seeing a little bit more Finn, Rey, Poe, Rose, seeing a lot more Rose. It was good. It was fun. I always think it's fun when like things can kind of have the freedom to let loose and kind of get goofy. So when they were flying through all the like different scenes from Star Wars past, I was like, haha, this is wacky. And then I really actually enjoyed the what became the B plot of this little special, which is like them on the Millennium Falcon trying to give Poe a happy life day. Oh, that was some of my favorite stuff. He's a real character, that Poe Dameron. Yeah, I had fun. Obviously not like the most brain tickling thing you could see, but I enjoyed myself.
DJ, how about you?
It was a great time, honestly. I really enjoyed just topping through all the different worlds and seeing like all these like weird interactions that these different characters could have that like would never happen. In the sense that just like, oh, let's just have Vader and Rey fight and just see what happens. Like, I don't know. Anything could happen. Let's have Kylo Ren shirtless and Palpatine walks in on him. What's gonna happen? I don't know what's gonna happen. It was honestly like wild to see Kylo in the Just After 8 timeline, where he's just like, I broke my mask, like I did all this stuff, and I was like, we actually never really saw that much. It was awesome to see all these like weird plot threads that, you know, just throw them in there, have some fun with them. Don't take it too seriously. So
yeah, I enjoyed this a lot as well. While Jackson was talking, I pulled up the IMDb for it, and I mean, they were like, for the movies at least, they only got like Billy D. Williams, Anthony Daniels, of course, came back for C-3PO. Kelly Marie Tran came back, but like they got all the big players from the Clone Wars and Rebels to come back for this thing. Like they got Tom Kane to do Yoda. Matthew Wood came back to do Kylo Ren and Dio. Matt Lanter did Anakin. James Arnold Taylor did all the Obi-Wans. So like, and D. Bradley Baker came back to do the clones, and he was Max Rebo as well, I see. So like they got a pretty star-studded voice cast for this, and it was fun to just kind of see. I don't know why I was expecting him to go like a little bit deeper with the whole time hopping thing. It was just kind of, they time hop to collect figures for the big battle scene, basically. I think the most like jarring part about the whole thing that kind of like set me off was just like the visuals of animated Legos are so good now. They have the texture that Legos have, and it's creepy.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
I thought it was kind of cute too how at the end it does kind of tie in thematically with like Star Wars, where it's like they pull like original like derpy Luke and like badass Return of the Jedi Luke, and I'm like, oh, look at how far we've come. We made it.
Right. Showing some growth. And they had like A New Hope. Luke was constantly drinking the blue milk. It was like almost like he had a
that was a
drinking
good
problem where he
touch.
would like pull out his
Yeah.
flask and drink the blue milk. And
Yeah, only it was
he
a
had like
carton. That was definitely a subtext there. Where it's like he's
Yeah.
100% supposed to be drunk, but yeah, they can't do it.
I mean, I do think that it was great that they had our boy, our king, Lumpy return,
Yeah.
and Chewbacca's
and the grandfather.
horny grandpa.
Yeah.
I kind of wish, though, I guess if there was one thing I wanted more out of this was I wanted some more references to the original holiday special.
Yeah.
Like seeing Lumpy and horny grandpa back were great, but like while they were, because like their Poe's mission was so dead set on making the tip yip for it, that would have been a perfect time to have that creature with the 4 arms that's doing like the whip stir, whip stir, whip stir. That would have been a great time for that
PTSD.
character to cameo. Yeah, like that would have been so great.
Did you watched it this weekend, right?
No, we didn't end up doing it because
That's good.
Just because of the whole situation. I uninvited all but 5 people that I knew have just been staying in their house, so aka basically quarantining.
Yeah.
Just because who knows how bad this pandemic's gonna get again, and I didn't want to delay the party because I already spent money on all of the supplies, so I just had it anyway with just 5 people. And
for context, everyone, Will threw a Life Day party.
Yeah, I threw a Life Day quote unquote party, which ended up just being my sister and her boyfriend, me and my girlfriend, and then one friend that I know has not gone anywhere in the past 2 weeks. So he swears to me that he still had fun, even though he kind of ended up being a fifth wheel in a way. But yeah, I didn't end up making them watch it because
that's good.
Since it was just the 5 of us, we didn't get nearly intoxicated enough to make that enjoyable. I'll still watch it myself though, probably closer to Christmas.
You hate yourself.
You gotta watch
enough,
it once
obviously.
a year. Yeah, I hate myself enough to watch it.
Yeah.
You have to admit, when we watched
too.
that last year, that you had a great time.
Oh yeah, it was a time.
You know what? The original Star Wars Holiday Special is the gift that keeps on giving. Because I'm telling you, if I watched that again, it would be like watching it for the first time. I have no memory of it.
Really?
You kind of just black out.
Yeah, I remember
once that first dance number happens, it's just a trance from there.
I remember some of like the larger beats, but I'm thinking about it. I was like, what were they saying to each other? And then I remembered they didn't say anything to each other because they spoke Wookiee
with no subtitles.
I can't.
I have the exact opposite thing with the Christmas special where I remember the thing beat for beat. I remember all the little like I don't remember like specifics, but I remember like, oh yeah, then there's the VR porn, and then there's the dance number, and then there's the one where he's like the little Lumpy's in his room like trying to play a video game or something. I remember all this stuff for some reason. It's all in there, sadly. So
I scarred DJ for life by having us to watch it. There is a trailer that came out today though, on Vimeo if you want to look it up. It's called A Disturbance in the Force, and these documentary filmmakers are making a full 90-minute documentary about the development, the release, and the legacy of the original holiday special. And the directors, they don't have a release date yet, but they did say they have interviewed every still living person that's worked on that special for this documentary. Including the actors.
Wow.
They said that it's not going to be a documentary of them dunking on the quality of it, because they said no you can see that everywhere. But like this is genuinely interviewing people that helped make this happen and like what they thought about it. And there was a pull quote from the article that I was reading that was when they were interviewing one of the 5 people that wrote this special, and he still stands by it being a quality children's variety show. To this day, stands by it. So I'm very interested to see this, just because the holiday special fascinates me. And at the Star Wars Celebration in Chicago, there was a panel about collecting merchandise for the holiday special, but I could not find the room it was in, so I had to miss it. Um, but yeah, so obviously we're still hype on the other holiday special, not the new one. But
Yeah.
Not as good, but the
yeah,
sequels never are.
I think I didn't like it as much as the original holiday special though, because like that movie's so awful that like you have a great time laughing at it while you watch it.
Yeah.
This one was just good.
No, it was
Like it's
fun.
just
Yeah,
it's
it was fun.
entertaining for 44 minutes and then it ends and then it's not canon, so like you can't really nitpick anything. It's just a fun 44 minutes of, and there's good jokes in there too.
Yeah.
Does this mean that it's possible that the rest of the Max Rebo 7 are still alive in canon?
Yeah, it's possible, Jackson. I will tell you that at least.
I am curious though when this was finished, because outside of Supreme Leader's the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren helmet that Palpatine put back together for him, Rey having her own lightsaber, Finn training as a Jedi, and Babu Frick and Zori Bliss, except for the brief appearance of Exegol, it largely ignores all of Rise of Skywalker. So I'm wondering if this was made so early on in that movie's process where they didn't know how that movie was going yet, so they couldn't include any of that. Because I thought it was kind of weird just from the time hopping stuff. They don't acknowledge the Rey Palpatine or Rey Skywalker thing like at all.
That was weird, especially when like they have so many scenes together at the end.
Yeah,
and they're already playing with like Kylo being like, "You're my grandfather, Darth Vader," like all this stuff. They're already playing with all the family stuff, and they just denied it for Rey Palpatine. I thought my first thought was that it was like going to be like, because people don't like Rey Palpatine, there was like, oh, we're just going to brush that one aside. But I mean, you're probably right. It could be either, honestly. But
yeah, because
I totally see it being done pretty early.
Everything that was included in there, we pretty much had seen with of the lightsaber in marketing material. So like, I guess when they were developing that, since like part of Lucasfilm still, they could have just been like, hey, at the end though, Rey gets her own lightsaber and she's training Finn. And maybe that's all that they told him about it. Cause you thought like towards the end, Jax or DJ, like you were saying, like when Kylo was like, Uncle Luke, Grandpa Anakin, like, and Palpatine was like, there's even a part like with Rey where I think it's the line that Jackson thought was an Endgame reference, or it's something. There's another part where he's like,
I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, he says that to like Rey, like that. She should have been like, well, I'm your granddaughter. And like, they could have kept playing on the whole family joke thing. So I'm just curious if this thing was made that far or that early into that movie's process, or if they are just going to start ignoring that.
Is it the same animation like team as what makes like all the other animation shorts for them and everything? Because it would make sense if they did it like way back when they were making a bunch of those like years ago.
Yeah, are you talking about like the Freemaker adventures and stuff?
Yeah, all that stuff.
I think it is. It looks the same. I've never gone through and watched those, but if apparently those are very similar in tone to how this was, so I don't know if I really will. Like, I love Star Wars, don't get me wrong, but like this was definitely so kid oriented.
So much I'm
not gonna go through and watch all of them.
Yeah. I respect that. That.
But yeah, it was pretty good overall though. It's nice to see Babu Frick being cute again. He was doing a little break dancing.
The second appearance of Babu.
I think it was Jackson in our group chat mentioned that Rose Tico has more lines and screen time in this special than she did in the Rise of Skywalker.
Literally,
which I haven't seen anyone confirm it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's true.
It's gotta be.
It has to be, yeah. Because when I watched it again before we recorded tonight, I was like, she's definitely in this more than that movie.
Yeah. And you know what? That would be another way to tie into your theory that this was made before Rise of Skywalker. Just because they thought that she might have been a bigger character than she ended up being. Makes sense.
The whole open battlefield scene though was pretty funny though. Like where there was the three Obi-Wans that came up and were like, hello there, and Darth Maul was just half a body.
Half a body.
No, not a lot of respect for the Clone Wars in this movie.
I did notice that too. I would have liked to see
Yeah,
Ahsoka show up at some point.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have Ahsoka show up. Like,
Yeah.
especially when they're getting ready to push her big in Mandalorian in a week and a half from now.
Yeah.
Unless she shows up in Carl Weathers episode. Doubt it though. Mark my words,
Yeah.
on Monday when our episode for that show Mando comes out.
You've
there will
all
not be
seen it.
Ahsoka in there. Yeah, you'll all have seen it by now, but yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't include her now that I think about it though. I thought some of the jokes about the prequels they had in it were pretty funny. Like
They were
when they
good.
cut
They were
back
good.
to Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon at the beginning of Phantom Menace, and Obi-Wan's like, I'm bored. Who cares about trade disputes? And
Yeah.
then there's like a line where Poe's talking about something, and he's like, this is worse than Jar Jar's speech to the Galactic Senate. So like,
No Jar Jar either.
yeah, no Jar Jar either. But yeah, there's solid jokes all around. It was enjoyable though. I'll rewatch it every year around Life Day. It's good enough to where I'll do that.
I'm more likely to rewatch the original Christmas special every year than I am to watch this one. No disrespect to this one, but I want to witness that again.
There-
You know?
There's something special about that original.
I had to Google the original
Yeah.
just now, and I forgot that it was 2 hours long.
It's 2 hours.
And it feels like 7.
Isn't it like 2 hours, but it's like actually 90 minutes because you just cut the commercials out? Isn't that a thing?
There are no commercials in it, DJ. There's just the bootlegs.
No, but like I
It's-
thought it was like
it,
2 hours,
uh,
like original runtime. And
On,
then like
on
went right
Wikipedia, it
TV.
says it's 98 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's like I
Yeah.
think it's around 90 minutes, I think, because there's like the
Yeah.
whole music number and everything. But I think that's really the only thing that I wanted more out of this for. It was just original holiday special references. Like I'm very satisfied with how everything went. Like within hours of that special being online though, I did see people talking where they're like, this isn't canon, right? And they're like, no, it's not. Why? And they're like, yeah, there's already YouTube videos talking about how Ray retconned everything from the new movies. And I was like, of course there is. We can't have anything anymore.
No, we can't do it.
But yeah, I kind of thought we were gonna have a lot more to say about this than we really do. But there's
It was
other than just liking it and saying it was
Yeah,
good.
you should watch it.
Oh, yeah, there's really not much to say. I would love if anyone listening or watching this show, if you have kids, I would love to hear how they took to it. I just want to know. I'm sure a huge hit for children and families.
Yeah, it's also
Especially now
it's-
having any streaming thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's also it's a new Disney Plus streaming like movie / short / special. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
if you've got that account,
Got to pay for that subscription somehow. So
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth watching. I would say that. I would recommend it. But yeah, that's all I got to say about it. Anyone else have any closing words on the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special?
more Mando. That's the only
Oh,
other
yeah,
critique.
the Mando
up once.
cameo was pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah, it
we
was
need
good.
Lego Mando sets.
Ooh, those would be good.
Ooh, yeah, a Lego set would be nice.
When I was a
I-
kid, I used to have a ton of Lego, and I had some Star Wars ones. Like Star Wars Lego, like right around when Phantom Menace was coming out was when they decided to switch to like more lifelike Legos. So like I used to have the original old Phantom Menace, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan where they still had yellow faces.
Ooh,
So yeah, that's those are vintage. I think I used to eat them or something. I don't know. I was a kid. But you bite off the
those
head
are
and then you
worth
chew
some-
on it for a little bit and put it back on.
Yeah, I
Is
get
that a
you. I
thing?
understand.
Oh, I never did that with my Legos.
You never chewed your Legos, man. Missing out. They taste great.
Dude, the Lego head's perfect size for choking. There's a reason there's little holes
Yeah.
on the top of the head.
So you can
So
breathe.
that way
through
you
it.
can breathe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. See, I
Barely,
never
but you
did.
can do it.
Yeah, I never did anything like that.
And you know what? Those things pass pretty easy, so no worries.
Yeah,
Yeah. Did you?
like
do
it's
you
like
have a lot of
corn. It's
experience
like
with
it's
that?
fine.
Uh,
It's like corn.
It is kind of exactly like corn.
Yeah, that's how it comes out. It's fine.
Oh, that's great. Oh man.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much gonna do it for this episode reviewing the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special. I still give it a big Papa Star Wars thumbs up. It was still,
and like a toothy smile.
yeah, and a toothy
Yeah,
smile.
okay,
Do it, DJ.
okay.
Let's see.
I can't
Come
do
on,
it. I can't.
come
I don't
on,
have teeth.
come
No,
on.
There you go.
The
I
thumb
gave it
too.
to
The
you.
thumb too.
The
Yeah,
thumb too. Okay, there you go.
Oh,
you
there
go.
we go. Yeah, that's that review of it though. Make sure to check back with us on Monday for our usual episodes of the Mando Mondays as we keep scrolling on through for this season of Mandalorian, and we'll probably have some news to talk about on that episode as well. Until then, Mr. Jackson, where can they find you at on the internet?
Yeah, feel free to catch me at Jackson W. Wells on Twitter. Actually, this is coming up on Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So on this Friday evening, I'm also launching a new show I'm doing through my school called the Great Canadian Songbook. I'll post some social links maybe on my Twitter there. So if you're curious what I think about Canadian music, you can catch me there. I actually do a little bit more hosting there too. So if you want to see me dominate the conversation, you know where to go.
Mm-hmm. DJ, where can they find you?
I am
online?
at DJ_Gillard online. There you go.
Listen to that
That's all you get.
enthusiasm.
I don't have any.
He's the most excited person on the internet.
I don't have any music podcasts to promote. I'm sorry.
Okay, DJ,
But-
if you had to choose between Pup's 2019 Morbid Stuff and
What?
1997 Our Lady Pieces Clumsy, which one would you choose?
Let's say I can't remember either of the artists or songs you said, so I'm just gonna say the latter.
Okay,
I'm-
cool.
I'm not gonna because I can't. I'm not gonna remember saying it back to you. So
But DJ, you're the one that doesn't listen to music, though.
that's true.
That's the
don't.
joke.
I have no opinion.
Oh yeah. Just wanted to remind everyone that listens and watches our show that
Yeah.
you don't listen to music. You drive in. It's like a serial killer.
Actually, when I watch movies, I go into the audio settings and I tinker with it so I don't have to hear the music tracks. Crazy.
You turn the score off of everything.
Yeah, I turned the score off.
DJ's watched Star Wars without the John Williams score his
Yeah.
entire life.
Exactly.
Oh,
No idea
you
who
can
that
catch.
guy is.
DJ thinks the binary sunset's a computer program.
Yeah, he thought it was like the base of the Commodore 64. You can catch me on Twitter at Papa Star Wars, and you can find me on Instagram at WDemon7. You can find the show on Twitter at Cantina Convo. Feel free to follow and participate in our conversations that we pop up on there. But that'll do it though. So until Monday, we will see you next time. May the force be with you.